I'm having all kinds of technical difficulties this morning, as you can see. Let's see. Hopefully this is the one that I set up from earlier today. Earlier this morning. All right, all chat. So this is my morning. I started doing this and I realized that I put all these, they're so soft, the colors, that I realized that I went ahead and sewed the wrong side. I didn't have the right sides together at all. So I just went to go and iron it when I realized my mistake. So now I have to go and re-sew this set. So I put in earlier that I was doing a live, but I don't know. Then I had problems going in it. So I'm not sure if I set up a new one or if what this one is titled. I'm not quite sure, but I'm on. That's all that matters. I'm on. So I'm right now going to fix this up here and hopefully I can get this going. And in a little bit, I will explain what I am doing, show you some stuff. Over the weekend, I just finished up the baby quilts, the ones that I'm making. I'm not making any, I say I'm not making anymore, but we'll see. I have quite a bit made, and they are all pretty much, you know, have the backing and quilted. The only thing is there's a giant handful that needs binding. The binding is not done. And it's in a big ball. I just started putting them over there. So, you know, we will unveil those another day. Here we are. Just not today. I basically just rested up. You know, we had, you know, appointments, and yesterday we had, yeah, we had stuff. Yes, we had stuff. I had to take something, we had to pack something up to go out for warranty work, and really it's been a quiet weekend. I did put together my ginger quilter box, and I'm going to put an unveiling and tips and tricks video. It turned out darling. I cannot wait to show you. I also uploaded a couple of ideas yesterday for more baby quilts. I'm making sure I don't make the mistake twice. And I think, I'm not sure yet, but I think, oh, look at me, I'm all crazed out here. Okay, I think I've worked up the courage to make a Project Dress a Girl, right? Project Dress a Girl dress. After spending lots of hours, probably way too many hours down the rabbit hole, I have a pattern. Let me show it to you. I found a pattern for a pillowcase dress, and everything for a pillowcase dress that I saw, they're giving you dimensions, how to figure out the armholes. Very intimidating for me. So after doing some extensive research while I was laying down, I came across a pillowcase dress that actually had a pattern, and it was a free pattern. And I need to write down where this pattern came from and then get back to you, because it's got to be in my oh, how did I not write that? I normally write it down so that I know. I'll have to get back to you. So I'm going to try. We're going to see. I have some of this fabric. I don't have, like, I don't know. They were trying to explain fabric choices, and I have this, which is a yard cut. And then I thought I could do little doggy pockets and maybe accent pieces because there's a contrasting band optional. And then I have this 1 yard cut, and I thought the same thing, I could use this and put this as the contrasting. So we will see. I've never done anything like this before. So we've got that. The other thing I came across with Madi Sews, I watched one of her lives of her unboxing the dresses, and she unboxed dresses that started off with a t-shirt. So I actually had, someone had given me children's novelty fabric, and in that bag was this little t-shirt, and I just kept it in there. So I thought I was going to try this. So apparently you cut some of this t-shirt and you gather and ruffle. So I have this, and you use fat quarters. So I've got this fat quarter, which I thought would be super cute underneath this t-shirt, and then these scrap piece as little pockets. So I'm gonna try. Can't guarantee it's gonna look good, but I'm willing to give it a go. So let me say my morning hellos. I cannot wait till all my classes come in. Let's see. So we have Melanie. Good morning. And Donna and Mom. Hello. Yes, the countdown is here. My mom will be here in a week. And Muriel. So Mom, we'll put you to that task. We need dresses sewn. I'm not a dress sewer, but I'm willing to try with these dresses. And I remember when the kiddos were little, she had made little tiny, I think they were like onesies with a little ruffle around them. I wish I still had them. Super cute. So, yeah, maybe if all goes well, I'll buy a couple more t-shirts for Project Dress-A-Girl. And then that goes to the end of the month. I guess you have to send your dresses. Oh, and then I guess today, if all goes well, because I'm going to try to do a dress today, I made both of those. That's right. So we may put you right to a sewing machine and make some dresses for girls who have no dresses. So Project Dress-A-Girl, it's called. So I have to go order labels, I guess, from the site or something like that. So I've got to figure that out. If all goes well today with that, I do want to try that out today. I was thinking about yesterday going on Discord and trying it out on Discord so you all who were on there could help me as I go, but I just didn't get to it. I just didn't yesterday. I just chilled with my honey, and we did some house light. Well, he did some. I was just the director of the house pickup situation. Yeah. And with that said, I'm going to put this last one, and then I'm going to show you what I'm working on. And what I pulled and that kind of stuff. So I caught up with some phone calls, which I needed to catch up. Here we go. I made both of them. The pillowcase is easy and you don't need a pattern. Well, good, Mom. I'll buy you as many pillowcases as you want. You just sew these little dresses for these dresser girls. I'll bring one I made for me. Okay, look at that. My mom made herself one. Has some labels if you need some, not sure how many. Okay, that's good to know. And Andrea, hello. This is all good information for me to know because I have never done Project Dress-A-Girl. I've always wanted to because I love the idea of a little girl who's never owned a dress to have a dress. That warms my heart. And the same thing with the sanitary napkin bags for girls who can't go to school because of their special friend and so you make these special bags and fill them with toiletries. Love that idea too. I'm not a bag maker. I'm not a dress maker, but I'm willing. I think I've built enough courage to try to do this dress, especially the t-shirt one. That one looked somewhat doable to me. But in any case, we're here because besides Project Dress a Girl and the NICU blankets, and I will do a huge show and tell of NICU blankets, hopefully when my mom's here, because I need help to do that. So someone to hold them up. I can send a link to her. Oh no, I know who Aunt Beck is. I will definitely get there. Hi, Maria. So, IndelibleMix is an AnnaMarie. Now, you should have known her as Horton, but now it's Parry. Her last name, she changed her last name to Parry. My guess is she must have gotten married. And she used to be, oh my goodness, wasn't she like part of Free Spirit or something like, I don't know. I don't know 100%. But now she's with Northcott. And so she is the same person. She just has a last name change, okay? And so, as you know, I opened this from my box that was given to me, my Carmen. And she also gave me the low volume fat quarter bundle, which is what I have here cut. Horner, yes. But now she's a Parry. And so the way the pattern is, and I don't know if I can show you this. Well, anyway, there's templates in the back. And this pattern, though, came with, if you buy it from Carmen's Quilt Shop, she sells you the pattern and the template. Here is the template. I did put a black line. I drew that line with a Sharpie to help me out because old age. I needed that to put that there, highlight that there. And so what you do is you take this template and they show you how you take your strip, which happens to be this strip, which I can't tell you the size because it's not my pattern. And you sit there and you cut this ones, and then you cut your A's, and then you go in, and then you would come in and cut your B's. Okay, so when I did that, there you go. I cut my A and my B separate. As you can see there, I cut that piece and then I cut that piece. And then when you sew them together, you get this strip set. Well, I got thinking, oh, there's got to be an easier way to this, but I'm not sure because this is a special template. I don't know if my mind will, if it'll work the way I think it will. So I went ahead and got 2 strips of the size that's in the pattern, right? I cut them. And as you can see, I sewed this strip to this strip. This is the cutoff. And then I cut using both pieces, because what I did was I came in here and I said, okay, so I laid this after sewing it exactly how they told us to sew it. I came in and I'm like, okay, so it holds right here. So when I cut these pieces, I need to have it here. So when I went ahead, I did that. Now, if you do it that way, you're not going to get all the same, right? We're not going to get all the same pieces. We're going to have a set like this and a set like this. I understand why they did it like this, because then you would get your pieces all for one block like this. But nobody got time for that. We've got a lot of quilts in our mind that we want to do. So I did the strip piece method, and then I have now blocks that are like this and blocks that are like this. And in the pattern, you have blocks that have the dark on the top and blocks that have the dark on the bottom. So it all works out. It's just, you gotta, put it for later on. Hello, Annette. And Annette had a live yesterday. I did not know. I did not get a notification, but I did watch it. And she was picking, what was it, joy, right? You picked joy for the day. I picked joy for the day as well. I picked joy and happiness. How about that? So again, I'm working on this, and as you can see, these back pieces here, see how we have some that are dark, like that's dark and light, and this is light and dark. So I've now chosen to strip piece this, but you do need this template, or if you, or you may be able to buy the pattern without the template. I'm not sure. So I have that. Now, Carmen sells the whole kit. So the kit was not sent to me. What was sent to me was the pattern, which you can buy separately, and this fat quarter bundle. But you all notice, I have to go over. You all notice that in that pattern you needed contrast, and I did not have contrast. So, because I did not have contrast and I needed contrast, good morning, Maria. I had gone into my stash. As much as I would have loved to order the colors, the contrasting colors, I would have loved to do that, but I'm not in the position right now. So what I did was go through my stash. And I looked out in the back, it tells you how much you need of each fabric. And I'm looking and looking, and I did a lot of cheat sheet things, like it says, like, so I know that it says I need about 15 colors. I don't know if I have 15 colors. We're just gonna fudge it, okay? But I went ahead and saw what I needed of half yard cuts, quarter yard cuts, and 3/4 yard cuts. So it all started out when I was going through stuff, this. I don't know if you know who Holly is from Dandelion Stitches, but she opened up years ago a Robin Pickens box. And this one happens to be called Wild Blooms. And I absolutely fell in love with it and ordered it online. Look at that. Isn't that super cute? And this is an ombre fabric. Look at those bees. I love it. An ombre fabric. And I guess I bought 1.5 yards. And I'm looking at this, and basically the colors of this, you use the whole template and you cut. So I can fussy cut the colors I need, right? Because look at all the colors here. So in my mind, I have 1.5 yards, and this takes care of some of those colors that I need 3/4 yard of. And so this gives me the colors of blue and purple and orange and yellow and some red. So we have this. And when I bought this at the time, I purchased, and you know, I'm going to take these all apart because I purchased, what did I purchase? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I'm missing. Oh, here it is. I purchased 1 yard or 1/2 yard. These are 1/2 yard because this was expensive. I remember this was a splurge and expensive. And I've been dying to use this fabric, but I never had anything that I just couldn't figure out what I could use to showcase this fabric. And being that this is a nice big chunky piece, I can showcase this pattern. So I have 1.5 yards of this and 5 yard cuts, which happens to be one of the things, right? So I have these. Now I know the line is bigger, but this is all I have. And I need a lot more than this. And to order the rest of other fabrics for this would have been a fortune too, so we're just not doing that. So I have this to use. And hello, Dawn. Did I say hello to you? Yeah. And so then I started going through, and I was speaking to a subscriber yesterday, my elf, my Christmas elf, and we were talking, and Tula be great with this. And so I went into my Tula stash this morning, And I found this red with polka dots, and I thought, okay, this gives me another red because I need more reds, and it matches nice. She was right. And then she said some Allison glass would be great if I had some of that. Now, or Tilda, and I said, I don't own any Tilda. I could never afford to buy Tilda, but I guess I bought Tilda because in another spot where I went to go pick out the Tula, there was a little pile of Tilda. And it was still wrapped in the plastic from Missouri Star. And I guess I bought it on super clearance because, what's the cut? I have, is it a 1 yard cut? No, half yard. So I must have went and bought half yard cuts of whatever Tilda fabric must have been on sale. So these were, and some of these are yard. So this here Tilda was a yard. This Tilda was a yard, and these two were half yard cuts. And this works good with this, honestly. Like when I put the blues together, look at that. So, and then the greens go right in here, and it has the same coloring. So, and then I'm throwing in this blue because there's some light blue, which is the same shade. You can't see it, but it is. And then we have this green. Oh, did I not show you that? So we have this Tilda, this Tilda, and then this Tilda. So I added that to the stash, and I think it's looking great this morning. Then I was going through, and in here, if you look at the pattern, there's some black on here. I didn't necessarily want to throw black in here. But while I was looking for that fabric, this was also in there. I don't know who made this. There is really nothing on the selvage, in this part of the selvage. But look at this. It's black with all like the colors. So I think I'm going to use this where the black goes. Yeah, it's colorful. It's more than black. But look at how beautiful. I mean, it plays really well with this. So this will give me the dark element of the quilt. And so we're going to throw in some of this. And then I found some little scrap pieces. I know I did not buy these. Someone must have gifted these to me. One of you all must have gifted this to me. And it looks like it's got like little ladies on there. And this. And again, it's all the colors that are in here. So if I need something, I'm short something, this may be snuck in here. Then I went ahead and was looking at some other things. I found this that happens to be bees. And it goes with some of the yellow and orange section. Look at how perfect that is. So I've got some of this I'm throwing in here. And then I found a half yard cut of this, and it's again mustardy with a little pink. I'm still on the fence with this. The color is right. The color is right. There's the same pink, but I don't know if I'm in love with the pattern of it. It's called Porch Swing. So I love it, but I'm not, and this is a half yard cut, not sure how to play. So basically this is the pile. This I'm in love with here. Okay, this is a go. That's a go. These are the things that look nice with it. And they match, but maybe not as a go. Maybe if I'm run out of fabric and I need more kites, I could throw these in with the colors. Because this looks great. I don't know what this is. This I think is Allison glass. And I think this was like really the only Allison glass I had. Pretty sure this was Allison glass. And again, this just has all the colors, the bright green. This one here is blue. And then I showed you that. But these are the, we'll use if need. Looks almost cave. It does. So she brought up, she goes, well, maybe you should pull out some of your cave. I laughed at her. I said, you're so funny. I said, I don't have any cave. I said, the one cave bundle that I had, I used up that. I made 3 quilts out of that fat quarter bundle. That fat quarter bundle just was endless, endless. So I'm excited. So that, I pulled that out of my stash, and I am sewing with this. So I'm gonna work on that. I'm loving the colors. I'm super excited to use that Robin Pickens. And she told me Robin Pickens has a similar line to that Wild Blooms called Super Blooms. And I looked it up last night, and Super Blooms would look super fantastic with this Wild Blooms fabric. But you know what? We just gotta stick to what we got right now. So, and with that said, that's where I am with this week's journey of my sewing room. We'll be working on IndelibleMix and hopefully Project Dress a Girl. Hopefully I can figure that out. I would love to figure that out. So as you can see right now, I am sewing a light to a darker, but they're both still light, right? So that's what I'm working on right now. And while I do that, you can all let me know what you are all up to. And I think some of these myths and legends, okay. We'll do some of these right here, okay? Elephants drink water through their trunks. True or false? Elephants drink water through their trunks. And you can let me know. I'm going to try to read as I go. We have a false. Sewing session to my ugly sweater quilt. Okay, we have another two false. That sounds like fun. Isn't it exciting when you start getting something all done up with the sashing? That's what I worked on that yesterday with the ginger quilters. I got the sashing with the little kitty corners, but the whole video is going to be how I altered it because I can't give it away. I'll have to explain to you in the video all about it. Also, the other thing exciting that will be happening is that my machine really is it's really done for almost, right? It's really on its last leg. And so I will be I'm trying to pick someone local. I know you all gave me wonderful people to use. I'm trying to stay local so that if there's any issues, it's just easy for me to drop it off to the spot. But I think I am going to be seriously looking at machines this week. I was just talking to Honey about it because I have to at this point. I love using my vintage machines, but to keep working for really pattern testing and stuff, you really do need a very, very accurate machine. And as much as I love my vintage machines, they could be accurate, but it would take me a long time to do a quilt to my satisfaction. Obviously, I do tests, quilts, right? I do them when I'm in Puerto Rico using my 301. It is doable. It just takes me literally double the amount of time than it does using a machine like this. So, and I don't know why, but it really does. So I will be doing a lot of, I'm just going to support my local shop. I just have to figure out which and what model will fit in my budget, because I'm going to finance the machine, which I have never done because I've always bought a used machine, always. And who knows, I may if she has some, but I don't think she had any the last time I checked. I've been on it. Like my honey says, then you don't have to worry. You have a warranty, a nice long warranty with the new machines. And it's true, I put, what, seven something in this machine last year. The year before, I put 500 in it. So it's, you know, it's time. It's like the used car that you got to keep paying for ridiculous repairs. And so today it's doing good. This weekend it was a little bit fritzy. I was not liking it. Eve, hello. All right, we have false. So the answer is false. They actually use it like a straw. So it is myth. They actually use it like a straw, drawing up water and then spraying it into their mouths. So that's what they do with their trunk. Already? Lions and tigers never mate. True or false? Lions and tigers never mate. Now that's an interesting question. I don't think I ever sat there and thought about that. I don't think it was ever dinner conversations. I don't ever think I ever wondered that either, but you know, these questions first thing in the morning keep you on your toes for things you think you'd never wonder about. So the answer is, well, I'm not giving you the answer. You have false. A lot of people are writing false is their answer. Let's see, tigers, no. Ligers and tigrons do exist. I think ligons are, boy, my glasses, I need those other glasses, are, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to look in and take off my glasses, are bioengineered. So the answer, what they have here is that it is a myth. It's false. It says they do occasionally. Their offsprings are called exactly what you all said, tigons and ligers. Tigons and ligers. Well, there we go. I don't think I've ever seen one. I don't think I ever thought about it, honestly. Hi, Deb. Okay. Next is another nature one. Elephants are the only source of ivory. Elephants are the only source of ivory. So let's see, false. I'm guessing false. And the answer is false. Ivory also comes from the teeth and tusks of the hippo. I didn't know this. The walrus, boars, narwhals, and mammoths. That's a lot. A lot of ivory. We don't need it. Let's not kill those creatures for it. Ligers equal lion father and tiger mom. Tigrons are tiger fathers and lioness mother. Hi, Lisa. Welcome to the Useless Facts Show this morning, where we are talking about some nature. Here we go. Next one. Bears need to find a cave to hibernate. True or false? Bears need to find a cave to hibernate. Not a cave, but a den. So you're saying true or false? I guess you're saying false, right? We have some false. I mean, I personally think it's false. I personally don't think they really hibernate. Sometimes you find them around here walking in the snow, so just saying. So these are all done. So these just need to be, at this point, these need to be pressed. I'm going to put them in their respective piles. I am working, but not necessarily lurking. Oh no, you're supposed to be lurking and mostly working, right? That just rhymes. You're supposed to be lurking and mostly working. I know, we distract you, Lisa. I'm so sorry. We were talking about that yesterday. We distract you. All right. And by the way, I did get all that flannel that I had, and I used a lot of that flannel, Helen, you sent. I had enough flannel for everything that I made, and I still have some pieces of flannel that I personally have, and one or two pieces from Helen. So if someone sends me something that doesn't have a back, or they just send me a top. I know some people are just sending me a top. I prefer it all done, but if you send me a top, I do have flannel because someone reached out to ask me if I needed more. Right now, what I'm looking for, if it hasn't been bought because I hadn't looked on my Amazon wish list, is color catchers. I have Dawn, but I have Dawn on there. And labels. That's the only thing. If not, they're leaving without labels because I cannot label all of them. But I do have labels that I customized in my Amazon wish list. And it says, I think, Pastry Queens and Peeps. There's two sets of labels. There's one that says Pastry Queens, made by Pastry Queen and her peeps. And then the other one is just personal ones. Let's see. Good morning, Sherry. Yes, Sherry. You're in my quilting world. It's a channel if you don't know who that is. All right, so I have these, and I've cut these, and let's talk about the bears because then I want to show you something else. Bears, so the answer is a myth, false. Bears will hibernate in a cave if they can find one, but have also been found hibernating in hollow trees, under brush piles, and in dens they dug themselves. All right, next question, another nature one. Ready? Killer whales aren't whales at all. They're dolphins. We have some truths. Hola, Johnny, ¿cómo está esta mañana? How are you? So, yes, my quilting elf has struck again. I will have to find a name for this quilting elf. Because it's like an elf on the shelf. You just never know what's in the mail from the elf. So, when we were discussing the IndelibleMix and coming up with color schemes and whatnot, they said to me, well, I sent you a kit, and I did have it, and you don't have to make the pattern that's in the kit. You can just use the fabric in there to make the IndelibleMix. And I said, I already thought of that. And I pulled it out because I was like, oh, I know I'm going to use this Tula. See where it is? It's a Tula. And use the fabric in here. But when I pulled it out, it's like cut in small things. So, see, I'll even pull it out. So they're like, these are 4.5. And I could not get, see this? This does not fit on here any way, shape, or form. So we're going to make this. This will be my autumn project. And it's called the Nutty Quilt Kit. The Nutty Quilt Kit. It says featuring tiny beads, true color tiny dots, and tiny stripes. And solids by Tula Pink. So look at that. Isn't that cute? So at some point, this will be rotated in some things. I think she's trying to keep me busy. Here is the quilts up closer. Now we're gonna modify this because it's a lot. Here is the big picture. Look at that. There we are. But it's super cute. So we'll see, but yes, the elf strikes again. So we will be, maybe that's the name, the elf strikes again. It's like the Empire Strikes Back, I don't know, Star Wars. All right, let me put this in here. So this is an upcoming project. I am excited. It's, autumn. It's acorns. You know what would be cute? Because, I have to think out of the box. Is maybe I could find a squirrel. Wouldn't it be cute if I had all these here and over here somewhere put a pieced squirrel? So the squirrel has its nuts. Oh, now I have to think about that. I may have to find a squirrel pattern to put in here. Maybe make a little less of these acorns and pop in a squirrel. I think that would be super cute. Now that gives me another rabbit hole I get to go down on in. Good morning, Jose. ¿Cómo está, Jose? Isn't that nice? Yes, acorns. I think it'll be cute. I'm going to now have to look and go down the rabbit hole for a squirrel pattern. Oh, you've been looking for a squirrel pattern for a while, Johnny? I think I know someone who has the squirrel pattern. Actually, I think when Lynn and I were in Cape Cod together, I think she was working on a squirrel quilt. I think all her blocks were squirrels. Pretty sure. I'm going to have to call her today and ask her if they were squirrels or something else. I don't know what they were, but I'm pretty sure they were squirrels. So here we are. Killer whales aren't whales at all, they're dolphins. That's true. The orca is the largest species of the Delphinidae, the oceanic dolphin family. I know I butchered that. I've only found a huge one, LOL, and yes, and yay if you find a smaller one. Yeah, I'm going to ask her because I know she was working on something. I don't know why I think it was squirrels. I don't know. But I remember she pulled them out, and I think it's a tiny squirrel. I'd have to supersize the squirrel. I'd have to buy the pattern and then supersize it. Because she was like, it was like itty bitty pieces. All right. Here we go. One more. Lightning starts more forest fires worldwide than people do. Can't find your wish list on Amazon. I had a link on my posts. If you, Dawn, if you go to the posts, like the section community tab or posts, I don't know what it is. I know when I put it in, it says posts, but maybe it's called community tab. In there is a link, and I think I put it twice last week, but also it's on all of my baby videos. So anything that says how to make a quick baby video rail fence, or baby video, the little thumbnail that has the little baby, all those videos definitely have the link in the description. And so we have that. I don't want to get up and have to iron this, but I think we're going to have to iron this. All right. You know, we don't have to iron this. We'll iron this and work on part 2. I mean, unless you want to see. Do you want to see me use this to cut this? Or do you want to see what's in this fabric here? Made it at work nearly for a professional development. Made it, oh, you've made it at work for professional development. Well, have a good day. Enjoy. I just purchased labels and color catchers for you. Well, thank you, Andrea. Well, there you go. Ask and you shall receive, I guess. So we have dots, all array colors of dots. I will get up. I'm just being lazy right now. Oh, you know what? Here we go. I forget I have this. I just didn't want to get up out of the chair to walk over to here. We'll iron them here, but I have to wait for that to heat up. I'm having one of those days, folks. And then we have the stripes. Right? Look at that. And then I have to pull this out anyway. Let's see. Oh, it smells so new. Smells like plastic. And then we have the little tiny bees. I've used a lot of this line. I think this is the last line, and like the last line that I've used. I think I'm 4 lines behind. But basically we have that. And then I already showed you this. This one was already in there. We have that. And we use this in the baby's quilt. We have that. And this. And my very favorite is the ombre ladybugs. I love the ladybugs. Love the ladybugs. Oh, here's a squirrel eating acorns. And that's why I said I need acorns. Now look at these acorns. These acorns are striped. Ooh, maybe I could make some striped acorns in there. And we have that. And then I guess these are accent colors. So we have this color. And we have a lot of this color. And then we have the background, which is white dot, and this solid turquoise. Now, it's not really fall colors. I was thinking maybe I should put this in the stash and make this pattern using like fall colors. But you know what? We're just gonna go with it. It's right here. It's easy. I don't have to think about it. I just need to cut. And I'm not gonna put all this in there. Of course, that is when I'm done with indelible. Okay. They said there was a problem with the labels. They said they could not be delivered to your address. Oh, that's weird. Okay, I'll have to figure out the label situation. The label situation is freaking me out because I can't figure out the whole spoon flower label thing. If I could figure out the whole spoon flower label thing, that would be great. So I went on Amazon because that was just the best way I could figure out how to do it. So, yeah. which is weird because they have always, the labels that I ordered are the labels like I ordered last time. The ones that say PastryQueen and Peeps, those are the same company I ordered them the last time when we did the stuff for the seniors, the wheelchair quilts. And then the other ones I've ordered from them 3 times for my personal ones. So go figure. I had sent them the, you know, you have to send them the PDF or whatever, your image. So I sent them my PastryQueen logo that I use. And I set it up, but maybe I did something wrong. Oh, okay. So, they're probably made in China is my guess, or somewhere, Vienna. I don't know where they're made. I have no idea. Andrea, I will send you the image. That's not a problem. That is not a problem. I can send you the image. It's my logo. That's all I do. For the ones, for the stuff that we do here, I just send the I just put the logo, and I just said, made, I say made with love by PastryQueen and her peeps. And then, now this time around, last year, I think I wrote 2024. And I don't want to write 2025 because if I don't use them all, then I have all these labels that say that. So I think when I made these, I wrote 2020, and then I left a blank so that I could just put it in with a marker, Put in the last date. Might be the country no longer is shipping to the U.S. Oh, okay. That may be an issue. Hi, nice to meet you. Let's see. SK. That's all I'm going to say because I can't say the rest. So another fun fact is that I just hit 3,500 this morning. I woke up, right? Did it say 3,500 or 2,500? I don't remember what it said this morning. Just an FYI, there are countries that have put a hold on shipping to the U.S. because of tariff charges. They are waiting for further clarification for those who get charged tariff by the country. I can have a yard of fabric labels printed up for you, and then I will have them saved for you so you can order them as you need. Okay, so I'm doing that once I get off, Andrea, because I rather do that. I tried. I went on Spoonflower, and about over an hour later, I was so annoyed. I downloaded, it says you can use these free templates. I downloaded the free templates. I couldn't figure out how to alter the free template. It was a hot mess. And then I said, that's what I said. Exploit. And I said, I'll just do what I did last time on Amazon. So apparently I can't do that. So forget that. I will send you the PastryQueen logo. Because at this point, that's what needs to happen. And then what I did was I put in the cart, what did I put in my wish list? I put in like Heat and Bond Light or Steam to Seam. I use a lot of Steam to Seam. But then I saw something else. I think it's stuff Lisa uses for applique. It would look like a roll that Lisa uses. And that Lisa's Awkward Quilter. And I put that in my Amazon wish list because I figured I can put that back, because Spoonflower is just fabric, right? It doesn't have the adhesive on it. So I figured I could just use that to put the adhesive on it and then iron them on and then go around the edges like I do with the other ones. And someone sent me pinking shear rotary cutter, so I can now use the pinking shear rotary cutter so all the edges are pinked too, and I think that will help. think I've thought of everything for the labels, except for actually having to create the label. Let's see. Yes, you better be lurking and working. Hi, Barbara. I'm going to... Since you don't want it. Say that again. You're going to send me... What are you sending me, Barbara? You are sending me your... Oh, I do want to mess with that. I have some of that, so I'll take that off my wish list then. Creative Grids Crazy 8 block, since I don't use it. So yes, thank you. I was just looking for things to use my scraps and keep things a little fresh in this world of quilting. So thank you. I like to play way too much in my sewing room with all the newest gadgets. That's how I make my labels when I make one. Very the applique backing, printed Canva label, printed peaked edges, and sew it down. That's exactly what I thought. I love that. Oh, it's not a window treatment. We are making a quilt. So this is the quilt SK that we're making right here. But I never finished my thought before. So I just hit a milestone. I don't remember if it was 2,500 or 3,500. That's how bad things are, because I don't look at all the stuff I'm supposed to look at. I mean, all I look at is that they keep telling me that everything is down, but I don't care. You know, at this point, I come first. So being that we just hit that milestone, I will be giving away a book. I will be giving away the brand new Panel Perfect book. The Fabric Cafe Panel Perfect book. I made a panel. I made multiple panels right out of there. And what I will do is I will upload one of my videos, and the video will state giveaway, or no, pass it forward. It'll be passed forward. No giveaway, because then I get all kinds of craziness. I will post the video, and it will be a pass it forward video. So when you watch that video, you will comment, and then I will go ahead and give that book away. So thank you all for subscribing and being loyal subscribers, and to the new subscribers that have come on, thank you so much, because literally from the summer I gained quite a bit of subscribers. You know, even though every day I look at it, doesn't look like much, but you know what? Days, they add up. So thank you so much. So I will be definitely doing that, because I just saw it this morning. This week I'm going to upload. I have 3 Panel Perfect quilts that I made from that book that I will upload. 2 of them were done. They were the actual quilts that were done for that book, because I got smart and I thought, well, if I'm sitting here doing the sample, I might as well record, which I had never done that before, and I've only done it for that book. I wish I kept doing it for all the others. So, you know, I don't know if you're going to enjoy it or not. It's not quite the way I normally do a video, but I will. I'll upload that, and we will have the giveaway then. And then I will, of course, always tell you on a live or on a video dedicated who the winner is, because I don't want anybody pressing any links, because you know there's hackers out there, so we wouldn't want anybody to get harmed while we're trying to have some fun. And with that said, let me go read what I've got going on. And here we go. Is the one on a row of the, is it the one on a roll or the Steam-A-Seam. I don't know. I put both. I am familiar with using Steam-A-Seam Light, but I keep seeing Lisa, who does this dragging panel quilt. So if you haven't gone to Awkward Quilter to see her dragon panel quilt and her progress, she keeps pulling out this roll of what looks like applique stuff. And I don't even know if I have the right roll that she's using in my wish list, but it kind of looked the same, and so I just went with it. I've never used the roll, but I mean, how hard can it be? I just bought that book. It'll be here tomorrow. I meant behind you, above the window. Oh, thank you. I made that valance during COVID. Yeah, those, I didn't have much fabric back then, and see all those little pieces? So I made that during COVID, and it's reversible. The back has actually, because I really had no fabric back then, the back has like Winnie the Pooh fabric or some kind of toddler fabric because I had to use a lining. That's because you are on a gazillion times a week. LOL, sewing with friends is great for mental health. Oh, I'm trying to put one more thing in my cart so I can check out, and the stuff for the labels is what I wanted to order. Yeah, so either one. I mean, like I said, I use a Steam-to-Seam Light all the time so it won't go to waste. But, you know, Lisa's got that roll she keeps pulling out. I'm thinking, oh, that looks like it would be an economical way to go. Hi, E-Marie. Oh, wow. Good morning. You're all sorry for me. No problem. So, and Johnny, good morning. So, I mean, she says, wait, what did she say? Eche. Oh, hi. Okay. So the other thing, and it just went right out my head that I was going to say. Let's see. We've got, oh, I don't remember. I'll remember after the live. But, oh, yes, I have my tea from my hibiscus tea. See? I've been drinking that. No, but there was something I was going to tell you, and now I can't remember what it was. And it just went right out my head. It doesn't matter. I'll remember. I'll have to write it down. Lisa, what is that you use? Okay, yeah, good question. Lisa, what is that you use? I mean, it was like really the only kind of option that I saw that you could even buy on that looked like it. Well, in that, I'll read one more of these. Okay, oh, well, I didn't even finish this. Lightning starts more forest fires worldwide than people do, and the answer is true. In North America alone, 15,000 lightning-induced fires have burnt over 2 million acres of forests in the last decade. And that was the last one that I had for that. So I'm going to take these and put them, I mean, they're beautiful. Look at that. Sewn together. I kept the small pieces for smaller applique, very, very lightweight, and it is not stiff when quilting. So what is it? I guess that's what we're trying to figure out is, Andrea wants to know, what is it? Let me look over here. Okay, ready? A multi-billion-dollar corporation has invented a microchip implant that allows people to make purchases without carrying credit cards or cash. Is that true or false? Hi, Helen. You have to copy and paste it. She said she put it on the link above. Oh, you know what? I bet you wouldn't let you add the link. Because I don't see a link, but I bet you just wouldn't add the link. I think only Deb can add a link. Hi, Sherry. I got my tea. Hello, Michelle the quilter. So the answer to this is false. The technology is in development, but as of 2007, no such chip exists commercially. That would be horrible if we were chipped and then we could just go buy fabric at our wrists and off we go. That would not be good. That would not be good. Let's see. We're definitely not doing that one here. Okay, here we go. Here's a good one. Ivory soap wasn't designed to float. It was a manufacturing accident. True or false? True or false? Yeah, that's true. She's right. Marie says, but we can use our phones now to buy stuff, and our phones are part of our body already. LOL. Hi, Vanessa. Welcome. So the answer is, ready? False. After years of claiming otherwise, Procter & Gamble said in 2004 that the soap's buoyancy was intentional. It was an intentional thing. That's what they said. It was made intentionally. Okay, so we're going to have a perfect panel quilt giveaway, and then I will find something else too. I'm not sure what, but I will find a couple of other things. Oh, now I remember what I was going to say, because we were talking about passive forwards. I sent out all the passive forwards. I want to thank everybody for being very patient with me, because I found the pile of Christmas trees when I came back from Puerto Rico, and then I had surgery, and then I came up here, and the day that I had the ladies help me clean, well, they didn't, I mean, they did it. The ladies that came over to clean my house, when we were going through stuff, I saw the pile of Christmas trees from Christmas in July. So those were mailed out. Everyone except for Dawn, yours was all done and ready to mail. I went to the post office on Saturday after my doctor's appointment. And I went ahead and I put all the extra postage I needed on all the envelopes for that. And remember the ginger quilter box, all that was sent on Saturday. So Dawn, I'm working on yours today because yours has webbing in it, this white webbing that you use for the handle of the bag. And I put it in there and it still was flat, but that lady was touching it. She goes, that's a package. That's going to be $10. And I was like, okay, I'm not sending that for $10 because that's more than what the pattern is, I think. I'm not quite even sure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to repackage it, and I'm going to send it through pirate ship because it's a lot cheaper. When I went to the post office, I was just paying for regular, postage, thinking it was regular postage. It was thin. I don't know. She just told me. I said, but it says it's $1.36. And she goes, no, that would be if it was paper. But that's not paper. That's something in there that's not paper. I was like, okay. So yeah. So I'm going to repackage it and print a label through pirate ship. So Dawn, don't include the webbing, no problem. Well, I could do that too. That's up to you. That's up to you. But I'm going that route because that's a more affordable. Normally when I go through pirate ship, it's about at least a third, if not a half, cheaper. So hello, Myra. And that's what I meant to say. Just wanted everybody to know that all went out. So I think I am going to end this. It's been lovely with you all. I'm glad you came. Thank you for, for everything, all your support and everything. I'm just so grateful for everyone here. Learn something new, checking pirate ship. Oh yeah, it's great. It's fabulous, Johnny. It really is. Only thing is in Puerto Rico, I use pirate ship if I'm mailing stuff, but it won't let you use UPS option. Stick it in a yellow. That's what I did, Lisa. I did that. And it will be delivered, you think? Okay, because that's what I did. I put it in the yellow. I flattened it, and I don't know, that lady was not having it. So anyway, everyone, take care of yourself. Pass it forward. If you like what you see, please like, subscribe, and share my channel. Anything you need to know is down in the description below. See you all soon. Bye-bye. I won't take it to the post office, Lisa. I promise, because that's what I do with the pirate ship. I'm just going to drop it in the mail. All right, take care. Bye-bye.